Feel a little bit rusty at this every time I turn the thing on. But anyway, we are golden. I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Probably need some. Oh. Anyway, get my glasses. I don't know if that'll help. I'll probably be back and forth glasses over the top of glasses. But anyway, last time we had a hungry hump day, we made. Hey, brother Donnie. Good morning, or good afternoon, actually, at 2:30. Jesus. Last time we got together, I was making a brisket. So smoked a brisket, but I was also making it for the roommates. I was dealing with gout, so I couldn't really partake of very much, and they got pretty much all of it except for I would carve myself off a few slabs with permission of the roommate who bought it. So I got something to do with this brisket now that my feet have unswole. But I've got a few things. I got some fresh herbs. I got some rosemary and thyme off of the plants outside. I've got some diced bell peppers of various colors, diced up and froze. I need to use up. I have several quarts of chicken stock, so I pulled one of those out. Have more onions, have garlic, have potatoes, have beans. But yeah, not really sure what the hell I'm doing. So, Marco, what's going on, my man, Mister Marcos Gama? Thank you. Yeah, like I said, back and forth, over the top, under my glasses, over my glasses. Getting old, but good to see you, brother Marcos. But yeah, don't know exactly what to do. I was kind of feeling like I might. Some of it I know I'm going to take and kind of chop up, make little pieces to pan sear until they're nice and starting to get crispy. Basically, make like carne asada, like a container like this full of it, so I can just make tacos out of it. So. Have everything back and just have to kind of throw it in the microwave. It'll already be crispy and everything. So I was going to do that with part of it. But yeah, and I like the bulk of it. I feel like I kind of want to dice up, into a nice, not quite bite size, a little bit smaller than bite sized chunks, and treat them like burn ends. The way I do burn ends is kind of like bacon. If I'm doing them in a skillet for just myself, I'll take them and cut them into cubes and then fry each cube on each side really low and slow so that it gets really crisp and renders out a lot of fat. And then you have these really crunchy meat cubes. You can sauce them, not sauce them. I like to just hit them with a little bit of seasoning and go after them. If I'm making sauced burn ends, I do them in the oven. Then you just throw them in a pan and kind of shake them up with some sauce. So yeah, I mean, I could just face plant burn ends all day, and that is I suppose an option. But that's why I figured like the carne asada style would be like tiny burn end tacos. Or maybe instead of chopping it up like that, I leave the pieces a little bigger. And so it really is more like burn ends. Because I like the way they're kind of almost gooey in the middle. But I want the outside to be really crispy, crunchy. Oh, but I'm going back and forth also between. You might have seen on the thumbnail. Got some new skillets. These are not hex clad. They're Henkel's. J. Henkel's, the knife company. Have these at Costco. 3-pack. So this is the big one. And then there's a medium size, like a normal, like maybe 11, 12-inch skillet, and then a small 8-inch. But going back and forth between whether I want to use that or do I want to build like a more of a like stew sort of thing with the rosemary and thyme and some green chilies and onions and garlic and peppers and just did a 10-hour 11-pound pork shoulder. I'm making tacos tonight. And yeah, I've been on a taco kick lately. They're supposedly metal utensil safe. The non-stick actually is a little bit below the. Let me get the small one. I mean, you actually feel the stainless steel sticks up through the non-stick. You can kind of feel it's raised a bit. So far, so good. I'm actually going to be dropping. I have a bit of content made. I actually bought before the roommates. In fact, they bought those the same day. Before the roommates bought that, I had run across this at Aldi. So I have my own skillet that is the heck. This is nowhere near as thick as those Henkels, but it's a lot deeper. It heats up faster. It seems to heat up somewhat evenly, but nowhere near as evenly as the Henkels. So I'm still getting to know them personally. I've only cooked on them a handful of times, so I'm not willing to give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down just yet. Things stick a little bit, but usually just running a spatula underneath will pop it loose. Yeah, me too. Me too, Donnie. They we came to the kind of the end of life on the previous non-sticks that I had bought before I moved here. I think those were a set that the roommate bought since, because we wore the ones out about a year into being here, the ones that I brought up. So they bought another set of them. But you could buy a two-pan set, a 12-inch and a 10-inch, I think, at Costco for like $40 if you didn't wait for them to go on sale or anything. I bought several sets for $20, so I would have like a couple extra sets sitting around for when I wore mine out. Gave a set or two away to friends who needed better pans, so for $20 it was a no-brainer. Then Costco stopped carrying them, and now it's like $40 just for the larger pan, which is the main one I use. But yeah, I'd wanted to try the Hexclad stuff. I'm not willing to pay $100 for the 12-inch skillet. So I was like, I know there's a bunch of off-brand around that I can check out to see if I like the style of that style of nonstick. But 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 yeah, I had been kind of curious, and I saw those at Costco, and I told the roommate about them. And then I told the roommate, and they were like, "Okay, I'll think about picking some up." And then like I said, I found that one at Aldi. They only had a couple of them left on their Isle of Shame, and then so I picked that one up. And that very day, the roommate was actually planning on going to Costco anyway, so they went ahead and bought the 3-pack that Costco has of those. Like I said, there's a notable difference in hand. But The strata has been pretty good. Now we have a nice seasoning. Oh, right on. Good deal. Yeah, I've got there's a guy on Instagram. I think he's from South Carolina. He hand makes carbon steel pans, all different sizes, all different kinds of stuff. I was talking to him about getting some blanks that weren't drilled, didn't have handles, didn't want them seasoned or anything. Talking to him about getting some from him, and we're having problems getting the payment to go through. But this is why I hate doing stuff online. But one of these days, I'm going to get that squared away, and I'll get some of John's pans in my mitts, and we'll hopefully be able to check out some of his stuff soon. Were I to get a nice windfall of money or find myself a good side gig, I'd just go ahead and buy one of his regular pants. Although I'd probably still be having a problem getting payments to go through. I wish he'd just let me send him cash, but there we go. Got some nice big. Oh, dogs are going to be happy about that. Got some nice big chunks, like 1-inch chunks, and then diced up some other stuff like this. And I'm going to keep going on the rest of that tray of brisket I had. But got the skillet warming up now. So yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think? Just plain ass brisket burn. Man, they're just something so right about brisket. Yeah, I gotta start getting some of these cubes in there so they can begin rendering. Make sure that heat's not too high. So I want them to slow render. I want to get a lot of fat out of them. I was thinking about maybe cowboy beans with some of it. But yeah. So that's all you're doing with that full shoulder you made? Just taco? You made it strictly for tacos? That's one of the things I love about brisket is it's got kind of different aspects to the meat on it. So I always have multiple things kind of set aside to do with it when I do a brisket, if it's for me. Oh yeah, still a little bit frozen. Just frozen enough. Starting to get the dogs collecting at the gate. Little mongrels. There we go. Boggle. Don't make me kick you in the head. Tacos tonight. Gonna make a match of mac and cheese with some right on. Make some ciabatta, gouda, and jam sandwich right on. Right on. Yep. Gotta take some to mom. Yeah. When I'm doing a brisket or something for myself, I take her some. I didn't take her out any of this. Like I said, it wasn't mine to give away, this one. Although I'm sure the roommate probably wouldn't have minded. Well, I mean, they let me have whatever I wanted out of it anyway. I could have taken her some. When I make it for her, I turn the sodium down, so it's not as salty. She can't have much salt. Oh, where you going, Grease? Get back in here. All the fat I can get. But how you been doing out there, Brother Marcos? You getting along? How's your brother? And how's Sister Erin doing? Hopefully y'all are doing pretty well, my friend. Hopefully things are getting better for you anyway. Now, this one, I do think I'm going to carve out some of the fat. I don't need that big chunk of decal fat running down the middle of it. Take a big swath of that stuff out. Oh man, looks like Wagyu. Look at that, fucking marbling. Now, clean that up to put in with the carne asada side. Oh, speaking of Wagyu, stopped at Aldi today since I was out doing a plasma donation today, and I stopped at Aldi to grab a couple things, which always turns into more than I need. But they had ground Wagyu. I'm like, what the hell? It had 1 pound packages of ground Wagyu. So I had 2 of them for $5. I'm like $4.99 for a pound of ground beef. If it's just regular ground beef, I'm in. The price of beef right now, fucking normal 85.15 ground beef is freaking $7 a pound. Thanks, Biden. So I looked down and I was like, I wasn't looking for ground beef, but here we are. Running out of spots to put my little meat cubes. Ow. Move some stuff around. You guys stay over here. But yeah, I've been itching to make a batch of mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese lately too. I found a pasta. It's just Muller's pasta. It's nothing special as far as the brand of pasta. But I'd never seen this cut of pasta before. And it's just jumbo elbows, but it's got the spirals on them, like Berea elbows. Like I use these for all kinds of stuff, but I actually have yet to make mac and cheese with them. But they're so wide open, they scoop up like a lot of Alfredo sauce and cream sauces and stuff that I've been using them to make. Yeah. There we go. Oh man, it's starting to smell good in here. Yeah, I kept seeing this brisket in the freezer. I'm like, I need to get around to cooking that. So once the ache in my foot finally went away, I'm like, okay, we're there. Let's give it a couple more days. And that's where we are. But yeah, this shit gonna take like a freaking hour to an hour to render all the fat out of these and get them cooked the way I like. That's a nice sized pan of burnt ends. I didn't think I was going to get that many out of it. But yeah, I like to chop them up in like I said, about a 1-inch cubes or so. Sometimes kind of oblong, maybe like an inch by an inch and a half. Looks like a shoebox sort of cut. Okay, and I get the pure fat out of there. Get down to that meat. Puggle would love for me to just slide that fat right over to him. Puggle is an asshole. Puggle doesn't get anything. Oh yeah, it's going to turn into a nice sized mess of chunks for carne asada too. Oh yeah. Keep it down in there, Puggle. Don't roar. Oh man. Yeah, the day I did the brisket on the grill, had it out there for about 2.5, 3 hours, and it was about to rain. In fact, it had just started raining when I went out to get it, and brought it in, put it in the oven to finish. Normally I'd have left it out there for a couple more hours till the coals went down, but brought it inside and finished it in the oven, and this house just smelled like a smokehouse for a good week after that. It just inundated the entire house. Hey, what's going on, Brother Jeff? Don't know what I'm making yet. I'm getting input from you guys. What do you think? Got brisket. I'm actually making, frying up some cubes of, in fact, let me unplug you and move you to another. Come on, don't unplug my... Oh, you son of a... There we go. There we go. There. See if we can get some stuff. Oh, it's gonna try and pinch my power button, isn't it? Will you two let me flip this upside down? I thought it did. I thought it would let me rotate 180 degrees as long as it was still horizontal. Apparently not. Okay. I'll stop doing that to y'all. I'll readjust my my wonky little doodad here and figure out if we can't I'll put it somewhere. Where can I put this? Right here? I think I'm going to put it right there. Maybe? And I'm still going to be in the wrong spot for my... Put you... I'll go like that. Maybe? Whee! Something wacky? Let me get y'all rotated around. There we go. So you can at least maybe see the skillet. I think it's time to, oh yeah. Can you see, I don't know if you can see how dark some of those are getting. That's what I'm shooting for, basically on all the sides. Some of them are already starting to feel really soft. One of the ones I just put in. Oh yeah. But yeah, these pans are allegedly metal utensil safe and induction ready, so good for any type of cooktop you've got, stuff like that. Like I said, too early on to tell if I really like them or not, but I have wanted to try this style of pan for a while. So, getting to try on, like I said, a couple different makers of them for size. I think my burner's not burning as even as I would like. So what you and Tam up to? Just a little watch out. Just a little watch out. No, I don't get what you mean, Jeff. But what are you guys? You guys been up here fishing and hanging out with Jimmy and them quite a bit lately. Need to slide over and catch up with y'all one of these days. I barely leave the property most days unless I'm going out to get groceries or get into donate or something like that. Oh yeah. Keep on going, baby. Definitely getting some nice fat out of these. So squishy. Like I said, this doing it this way is tedious, but I get exactly what I want, which is as much crispy exterior on these things as I can find. could manage to stick on them. Oh, the having a pan this crowded is a bit of a pain. Yeah, I feel like they're starting. Some of the other ones are starting to soften up. A lot of them are still hard as a rock. Ooh, yeah. Come on, baby. Two sides ready. Just leave it on the side you fell on. Keeps you over. Move you out. Those. Oh yeah. Back it down. Get over here. Like making a meat jigsaw puzzle. Delicious jigsaw puzzle. Put you on that side. You're almost done. Giggity. Second one. Y'all looking over here. Okay. I'm doing some things. So yeah, this house is going to smell like a smokehouse again for a few days. Not quite as bad, but, and I wouldn't say bad. I think it smells delicious. Jumbo Script, welcome, man. I got a buddy actually nicknamed Script. I served in the Marine Corps and the Army, both. So, Marine Corps Reserves, active duty Army. Yeah, I'm that smart. But welcome aboard, man. Glad to have you here at the circus. You a veteran as well? If so, let me know. Let me know what branch or branches you were in. And welcome aboard, like I said. Little on the quiet side today, because obviously got to pay attention to what's in the pan right now. But oh man, I'm saying, let me know where you at too. You coming from someplace here in the States? You overseas? What's up with you? You'll find there are a lot of veterans at the channel. Oh yeah. Look at that baby. Fuck a tractor. She thinks my brisket's sexy. She loved me for my brisket. Perfect. Oh, you need to be over here. Get you in the thick of that. Get a couple more of these flipped over here. I'll get back to them comment section. That's the right side. Yeah, you're doing all right. And last but not least, boom. Yeah, it's time to start over. Gerbs! Shaking, brother. Great to see you, man. Getting stuff loaded, unloaded, working until probably 5 or so. Right on. Here we go. But yeah, it's about time to start pulling some of the smaller pieces out here in a second. Oh, almost. You getting there, my little pretties. How's things been in the BC, my brother Gerbs? It is wonderful to see you, my friend. I know you out doing shit, which is awesome to see when I do see it. Okay, yeah. One more side, come on. Why you not? I don't know why you're not brown. Oh, snap. That's straight up meat candy right there. That one I wasn't sure it was going to make it all the way over to the plate. You can do. But yeah, I got a buddy back in Indy named Chris. He's an Army veteran, and he goes by the nickname Shrimp or Scrimps. Like had to kind of chuckle when your name came across the screen. That's a beauty. I'll do them ends. I think I do. Hey, Brother Keith. Right now, just frying up some brisket burn-ins. And nobody's really throwing out too much in the way of ideas, so I'm like, Bless mentioned just burn-ins sound good, and they always, I mean, you can't go wrong with brisket burn-ins, man. So yeah, just doing some bigger cubes right now, and then I've got a bunch of smaller pieces chopped up over on the cutting board. that I'm going to toss in here in a minute after these are done. And those will get put in a little deli container so I can just make tacos, carne asada tacos whenever I feel like it. What you up to today, my friend? Good to see you. Come on. Yeah. Squeeze. It just turns them to kind of mush, but it's got a nice crispy exterior when it dries. When it cools off, it's gonna be crunchy. Oh snap. Yeah, you done too, buddy. I can already start to feel my feet hurt again. Yeah, it's such a nice day here. I figured I could do this, and then it'll still be warm enough or cool enough outside. I can open up the windows and cool stuff off a little bit. You need to stay where you was. Absolutely beautiful day here in Michigan. Say we're just now breaking 70. It's like 72 at 3:15 in the afternoon. That's my kind of weather. I wish it was like this all year round. It's that fucking 95-degree bullshit with high humidity we had last week. That stuff can go stomp itself. Oh, baby. Again. Yeah. I'll just stick that right in my face hole because it fucking smells amazing in here. And I haven't even added the rosemary and stuff. This is just the brisket and the seasoning on the brisket doing its thing yet. Oh man, come on. It's like beefy bacon cubes is what doing it this way reminds me of. Yeah, I think I might have gotten a little overdone. Back out to the edge now. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Never trust a fat kid in the kitchen unless you don't like good food. We still need more room. Ow. That was still too hot. Come on now, stand up on that last side. Get up here. Oh, you motherfucker. There. I'm gonna call you done. Got 2 more sides. And you are looking good. Turn it down a bit. Whew. In fact, I'm going to open up that window right now. There's not a lot of, oh yeah, that's better. That's the ticket. Brother Joseph, good afternoon, my friend. Don't overcook your steak tips. 67 in Buffalo. Oh, that's even better than the 72 we're dealing with right now. If you could keep it right around 70 during the day, that'd be perfect for my fat ass. I'm almost all fat. And I ain't mad, because so am I. For you. Oh, I just heard something kind of spurred. Give up that last little bit of moisture. Whew. Put you in there. That'll do. That'll do too. Not all of them are going to get exactly as crisp as the best ones, but close enough. Okay. You two actually can use a bit more time. Huh? Let's get you out. It'll do. Now, hat off. And carne asada. Holy crap. Okay. Hit it with some garlic salt. Get that back up. Forgot to do that first. Way on it. Anyway. One Moon, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well out there. Hopefully everybody's doing well. If I miss seeing anybody come in, sorry I missed you. Hello. So you finished up the burn-ins. So no seasoning added yet or anything. It's just the seasoning from the brisket, but come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Oh. I personally don't think it needs any seasoning. Now. fact, I'm kind of tempted to just dice up some onions, garlic, peppers, and throw in here with the meat for carne asada, and just keep the burnt ends back for eating. Oh god damn, that's good. So what should I do, guys? Do the other default I've been been doing lately is turn it into ramen. I just been getting a whole bunch of different types of ramen. So what's open right now is the bulldog taco. It's actually spicy as shit. Got some shin. I've got some of the bulldog carbonara. Just finished off maruchan. Come on, get in there. Just, I forget what flavor it is, like a spicy, creamy chicken or something like that from maruchan. It was alright. Oh, nice and crispy. I'm going to get these the same way. But yeah, I was thinking, like I said, onions, bell pepper, hatch green chilies, maybe some black beans. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I was hoping you guys would give me some ideas. so y'all have not been a whole lot of help. If I don't stop it, that whole fucking plate's gonna be gone. Oh yeah. Okay, give us some color. Some nice color on them. Turn it back down a little bit. I need to dice a little bit of onion. Wipe out that onion. About a quarter of an onion left here. Thyme and rosemary. Oh, excuse me. There's some nice bell peppers in there. All important hatch green chilies. But yeah, I've contemplated maybe dicing up some potatoes, a potato or two really fine and putting in there. I've got fresh tomatoes and stuff coming off the plants now. Peepers to come on, kind of pot. That'll all start to simmer down and thaw out and do all that fun shit. But yeah, I could toss rice in, could ramen it up, could dice some potato or two. Maddie! Hopefully not composte. Compasta. I don't know. You're supposed to be telling me what I'm making for y'all. For my dinner, but you get to make decisions. Something oddly satisfying about busting up frozen things to make them cook faster. I don't know why. Anyway. Throw in some fried bread. Throw it on some fried bread. What did I get? I didn't get fried bread. I did get some of these kind of pita type things from Aldi today. Kind of like a flatbread. But yeah, I don't feel like getting out the mixer to make up a batch of dough for Indian fry bread right now. But I could do kind of cheat and use that. But no, we have been making some brisket burn-ins there, Maddie. So that was what had been happening on the lab up until they were done. Now I'm doing all the little bits, which I was going to use to make carne asada tacos. And I decided instead to use them to make something much more flavorful. And not at all summertime fare, because it is, it is fucking hot in here. Good hot sauce. That I always have. Best hot sauce on the planet. Marie Sharp's Green Habanero. Man, that smells good. I might fuck around and accidentally make something that'll actually taste good instead of just making a turd. This is next. You. Yeah, the bare minimum, I always have tortillas around. Like I said, lately I've been on a bit of a Indian and Middle Eastern kick. So I will frequently have flatbread of some kind, either naan or pita or something around. In and out of the truck. You got AC in this truck, Keith? Or just the fan? Oh, man. There we go. Onions are starting to clarify a little bit. Liquid going away. Chicken stock I need to use. So I think I might toss a tablespoon or two of flour in here to kind of form a quick roux. And then add that stock. See what we come up with. Sort of where I'm at right now. Sounds like Keith. Dirt and hot air. Damn. Oh, man. Okay, let's do that. Let that flour toast off a little bit. Still roasted. Couldn't have been enough anyway. the whole thing. Not that I need it. Oh, hey, let's not do that. Slop shit all over the fucking place. There we go. No, maybe more gently. Bring that shit up to a boil. Fuck it. Whew. Cook already. I want to turn the fucking heat off. Stir. Always add your cornstarch to cold water, Jeff. You make a cornstarch slurry, put it in cold water, and then add it to something hot, and bring it back up to a boil for thickening. Yeah, I'm going the root. Going the way of roux. I tend to prefer a cornstarch slurry for most thickening needs. But this is such a small batch. It would have been such a small slurry. I figured the roux would do the trick. If it gets too thick, I'll add a little bit more stock. Oh, I think she's going to be just about right. Yeah, if you add your cornstarch to cold water, it won't clump up like it wants to do in hot water. So you don't have to be right on top of getting it stirred into cold water. Oh yeah. In fact, let's get the time. Rosemary. There we go. She good to go. Yeah, a nice cornstarch slurry will give you a lot more silky finish, a much silkier texture than roux generally will. Roux, if you do it right, can give you that nice toasty flavor. This was obviously a barely cooked roux, not a roux noisette. Oh man, part of me wants to kind of slice up some smoked sausage, throw in there to make sort of jambalaya sort of situation. Oh, where are we at? What was I going for? I was going for some paprika. Paprika empty. Damn it. I have to use some half sharp then. And where am I cayenne at? forgot my bay leaf. Damn it. Oh well. Keep slopping shit at myself. There we is. I think I'm gonna call that done. I'm thinking about throwing them burnt Anzac in there too. Woo! Need some shrimp, corn, and rice and sausage, right? Yeah, I am still cooking. Why, you almost here? If you're in the area, stop on by. Your old pimp name was Silky Finish. What's up, Neil? Hey, what? Sorry I missed you, brother. But yeah, we got a nice, nice silky something. I think I'm gonna make some rice and just put it over rice and be simple about it. Either that, or maybe I throw a little bit more of that stock in and just put rice in here. Let's do that. Okay. Put the rest of this here. Pow! You can have all that. And find some white rice. Beans, jasmine rice. That'll work. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Two of them. That'll work. And that, my friends, is how we measure around here. Excuse me. Anyway, I should have done about a half cup. Ooh. I think some of that cayenne made its way up into my nose. Started to pull in a little bit of Justin Wilson, the ghost of Justin Wilson there for a second. Woo-wee! Hey now. Man, I ain't got no shrimp. I got no shrimp. I got some sausage. I don't think I got any corn. But we'll see how this does with this rice. Let's eat already. Whew. I'm sweating my butt off. Ah, yes, things I do not miss about working in a kitchen in the summer. But repotted a lot of stuff. Uppotted my tomato plant, my rosemary plant, my thyme plant, and one of my pepper plants Monday. So I'm starting to languish a little bit, and I'm glad I did, because that was definitely the problem with the tomato and the rosemary. So hopefully they will be happier and healthier now. Rosemary is growing really well this year. In fact, it's probably doubled in size, which that's not typical. Hell, even down in South Carolina, where they were perennial, they didn't grow the way this one has this year. Man. I really wish brisket didn't cause me pain. Because I would take that. I would take my brisket over a ribeye steak. I would take it over most things. It's up there with bacon. I I really like. I make my brisket the way I like brisket, so most people seem to like it as well. But I'll change the seasoning that the rub that I put on it before I smoke it. But that's the only difference between this brisket that I made for my roommate who bought it and my brisket. My brisket would have a bit more aggressive seasoning on the outside. Other than that, same, same. I'd really like to go park a smoker out in front of the only barbecue place in town and just hand out samples of my brisket so the people in this town would know what a good brisket was like. Because, man, they murder a brisket at that place, and not in a good way. Come on, come back up to a boil. We got 15 minutes. We gotta make that rice cook. Well, hopefully when it gets done, it's not a soup. It looks a little soupy right now. But because I added in the other half of the chicken stock once it had starting to thicken up. And then I added the rice. So once the rice cooks, hopefully it'll thicken up into something like I'm going to call it a southwestern brisket chowder. Although to call it chowder, I'd need to put some corn in there. I don't think I got any. No, I don't in here. Nope. Broccoli. No, I got okra. That's about the only thing I got out there I might throw in here. I got canned corn. Do not. Huh. Okay. There, she's coming back to a simmer. Okay, peas. I do have peas. I always have peas. One of my go-to meals on any given night, kind of a struggle meal. Something I've eaten since I was a kid is buttered macaroni with Parmesan, salt and pepper. Well, I call it mac and peas because I throw in peas too. So I always have peas around. Occasionally I'll put other things in there instead. Really like edamame mixed in. Really like leftover what we call Brussels sprouts. Like when I make Brussels sprouts, like oven roasted sprouts. I like having leftovers because I'll mix them in. About halfway through the cooking process on the pasta, I'll dump in the leftover Brussels sprouts. Oh, so good. Right on, Neil. Take care, brother. started getting full from eating the burn end. Put that shit away. Oh yeah. But could take some tortillas, run them through a food processor, or even just smash them up and put them in. Use them to thicken even more, kind of like a chilaquiles. And then fry an egg, put that over the top. It's all the tricks, baby. Brisket burn-ins. Hatch green chilies. Using a masa thickener. Also give it that nice toasty corn flavor in the background. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I think I might do that. Oh man, so hot. S&P the choice. Is your go-to vegetable to add to things? Yeah, I mean, it's a great veggie. Yeah, you don't even have to cook it. You just throw it in something hot and the residual heat will take care of it. You just got to thaw them out. Or just eat them straight from the can. You don't even have to heat them up at that point. Starch giving off its starch now, or that rice giving off its starch now, starting to thicken back up a bit. That's the one. Nice layer of fat forming on top of that from the... Oh, no problem, Maddie. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you and Neil and everybody who did stop by, whether you're still here or you stop by later and watch or whatever. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. I will see how things go tomorrow. If I can get I need to get a bunch of work done. I was planning on doing today, but the roommate ended up going out of the house, so I stayed here to watch the dogs. But I got to get mowing and a bunch of other stuff done. So if I can get that done tomorrow and showered and everything in time, we might do another live tomorrow night, like one of our regularly scheduled lives. But we'll see about that. That's right now. Most lives are kind of on the spot call, game time decision sort of thing. Should probably have been paying more attention as to when I put the rice in. But residual heat will still take it through. I'll cook it for another 5 minutes or so. Keep kicking you down. Just need a low simmer. No, leave the burn ends alone. But yeah, I doubt you don't do deliveries anywhere near here, like the Clarks Lake area, do you, Keith? I presume your area stays well away from here. But if you are ever going to be delivering over in this area, let me know. We will definitely go out and grab some lunch. And I still need to get that 400 legend slide it in one of these days. So maybe we'll catch up and slide down to your conservation club one night when it's open to public. I'll come down and throw that thing on our shoulder and see what it'll do. Justin, Adrian, I kind of figured you had as long as you've been there, you kind of had your assigned route, and that was pretty much that. I didn't know if they moved you around, if somebody else was off or something. Oh, man. Whew. Baby. Ah. Oh, I know what I need. I need coffee. Good thing I went to Aldi to buy cheater coffee. Whew. Half gallon of coffee at a time. Yes, please. Holy mackerel. Oh, yeah. This is about as done as I'm going to get it. I'm going to take it off the heat here in a few more minutes and just let the residual heat finish cooking it and leave it on there. Just let it sit here on the stove to finish cooking. Start cleaning up. But yeah, that was it. Just the roommate was out of the house, so there was not going to be anybody wandering through the kitchen at random times or the dogs wandering in and out or anything like that. So I figured I'd do a quick Happy Hump Day live. And since like I said, since lives are kind of game time decisions, I figured why not sneak one in. So, oh, baby. But yeah, let me taste this. Taste for seasoning. I'm sure that rice is going to be a little iffy yet, but crunchy. Oddly, I think it might need a little bit more salt. Definitely need some cumin, which I didn't get bloomed. So, some cumin in there. We'll do some more garlic salt. Doing all the things I tell people never to do, which is season over the top of a cooking vessel. Let's put some Mexican oregano in there too. Wasn't too far off, just need a little bit more something, and I think that something was cumin and salt. Oh yeah, but that rice is starting to thicken up, and it was still a wee bit more than al dente on the taste. So, but that's pretty much it. It's going to look a bit like a blend of a combination between Mexican rice and jambalaya, but I can live with that. So, whew, damn, put a hat back on. Boiler up. But I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. I'm gonna start cleaning, and like I said, just let this sit here and finish cooking itself. Just residual heat. Let the rice finish absorbing the rest of that broth. It's gonna be nice and thick. Yeah, stick to your ribs kind of stuff, which is kind of what I'm looking at. It seems odd for summer, but I was hungry for something like that. My normal go-to would have been chicken green curry, Thai style green curry with chicken. But I had this brisket and I needed to get it something done with it. So looks like I'll be face planting some burn ends and may chunk a few of them up and toss in with this when I have a bowl later on. But appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And like I said, hopefully tomorrow night, if I can get everything done, I'll see you again. But do have a piece of content that I've got to finish the thumbnail and do a tiny bit more editing, but it's pretty much done on some of these pans. So not knife related content, but get that put up soon and try and get back to getting some content made so I can drop some at least every now and then. But that's it for now. Taylor Farms lettuce. I kept eating. I had just bought a few when all of that started, so I had like 4 Taylor Farms salad kits to work my way through while everybody else is shitting themselves to death. I had no problem. But yeah, so. But yeah, I'm off the salads for a minute. I looked at them today while I was at Aldi actually. I've been trying to eat more salads, eat more green stuff, adding green onions and tomatoes and more vegetables and stuff to my food. That way it's not, because I'm really bad about just eating carbs. If I had my way, I would just eat like buttered pasta or spaghetti with maybe some red sauce. Like I've got a thing of red sauce. I just made a tub of it so I can throw a few tablespoons into a pan of pasta and make a really quick meal. But I need to get away from that. The sedentary lifestyle and the gut I'm carrying around right now is just cutting years off my life. So I need to get back in shape, and having compulsory diarrhea lettuce running around isn't helping things, because those Taylor Farms salad kits are so easy, and a lot of them are really good. They have a Mexican street corn one. Oh, so good. And there's another one. I like the Southwest kind of flavored ones. There's like a Southwest Ranch that's pretty good. That may be a Dole. I get them mixed up, but like at least a couple of weeks until that began, I was, and they were almost always Taylor Farms too. But every time a fat kid wants to get healthy, everybody got to make it hard for us. But yeah. So I'll wait until that dies off, and we'll see. But till then, it's going to be stuff I'm growing out here. Plus, I'm getting ready to plant spinach, and I've got tomatoes, I've got basil, I've got peppers, I've got lots of herbs and stuff. But we don't have fence to put up around the garden or anything like that. So ain't no way I'm going to try and start a garden here without physical fence and an electric fence to try and keep vermin out. But yeah, so I'm stuck going to buy a lot of that stuff anyway. But I do a lot of shopping at Aldi and doing more and more at Aldi, and they don't use the same supply chain as every other grocery store in town. So hopefully they don't buy shit from Taylor Farms, and especially after, they the dude flies to D.C. and goes to meet with a certain orange someone. Donates something like $500,000, and all of a sudden it's not Taylor Farms anymore. It was a false positive. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was absolutely Taylor Farms lettuce. They can try and pawn it off on the Mexican farms that were growing it for them if they wanted, but it's still Taylor Farms. But like I said, they made a good product, and especially when I could get them on sale for $2, that's a healthy meal. There's a whole meal too. I'd add a little bit more shredded cheese and maybe some bacon bits. My favorite thing to add to a salad. Man, if you have a GFS, a Gordon Food Service around, these things, lightly salty, crispy jalapenos. Oh, yeah. I mean, on a salad, just by themselves. I could sit and eat these as a snack. I try not to. I try and save them for salads and stuff. But like for this soup or stew, whatever you want to call it, this rice dish that is thickening up nicely. Take some and throw on top of that. Crumble them up over the top of that at the end to give it a little bit of extra crunch and some more flavor. And they actually have a nice heat to them too. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you guys out of here. And like I said, I need to clean up. I got a bunch of mess to clean up. So I appreciate y'all being here, stopping by to hang out with me for a little while. Those of you who did or who come by later, like I said, I appreciate you watching and just hanging out. Watch time doesn't really mean anything to me, but I appreciate you being here and just showing up to say hi. So hello and goodbye, and until I see you again, and I do hope I see you again, stay well, be kind, do good. That's it. Miss Grumpy, I'm out. See ya.